Hey, Jake.
Thanks for coming here to talk. I didn't want to seem unprofessional in front of the others, but... wow, we really are doing this. We got a real headquarters. People who know what they're doing. We're on the verge of becoming a true power in the Commonwealth. And the cherry on the cake is that you're the one leading it all.
How are you doing with all this?
Me? I'm excited. A bit overwhelmed, but mostly hopeful. Hopeful this will help me find my kid.
What do you mean by that?
I touched on this earlier before, about my daughter Laura. She's been the driving force behind all of this. You know, ASAMs, settlements, and now setting up our own headquarters. Back then, I wasn't quite ready to explain what I meant by that, but I think I am now. That is, if you don't mind hearing all about my personal struggles, of course.
All right, let's hear it. What's on your mind?
Well, it all goes back to before Laura was born, before I'd even met her mother, Caitlin. You see, my hometown, Sanford, it was a bustling trade hub. Whole place was built around a huge purification plant, pre-war but still working. The plant was run by my father. It was the pride and joy of the whole town. Supplied clean drinking water to thousands and made Sanford a wealthy settlement.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Sanford was special. Apart from a few exceptions, it was relatively untouched by the Great War. There were a lot of pre-war tech to be found in old ruins, not too many dangerous creatures around, and a real good climate. If Diamond City is a great green jewel, then Sanford was a crown filled with sapphires.
Did something happen?
Yeah, something happened, all right. Like the old saying goes, nothing good lasts forever. One day there was an accident at the plant. One of its fusion generators began to overload. If left alone, it would have set off a chain reaction, caused an explosion that would have taken out the whole town and a good chunk of the surrounding area. My dad, he stopped that from happening. He pulled the fusion core, but it cost him his life and severely damaged the plant in the process.
I'm sorry about your dad.
Thanks, but that was a long time ago. I've made peace with his loss, and I'm proud that he died a hero. Anyway, after the accident, the plant shut down for good. I simply didn't have the caps to repair it, and no one in town was willing to foot the bill. So I sold what was left of the plant and settled down. It was around that time I met Caitlin, and not long after, we had Laura. After losing my dad and the plant, I was in a dark place. But Laura, she changed all that. She gave my life true meaning again. Without water to export, Sanford began to crumble around us. But I didn't give a damn. I had my daughter, and enough caps to keep her safe and well fed. That's all that mattered to me.
How can you be so dismissive of all those people?
At the time, I thought it was the right thing to do. Not one of them offered to help fix the purifier, so why should I care if their town fell apart? But Caitlin, she didn't see it that way. She said the town was dying, and in time, it would drag everyone down with it, including us. For years, she told me I should buy the plant back, try and repair it, that if I didn't, I'd be selling Laura's future short. Eventually, I told her to just drop it, that repairing the plant would be impossible. Caitlin didn't like that answer. We separated a few weeks later. That didn't stop her from bugging me, though. Now, whenever I saw her, she'd say, "You can stay here in Sanford, but pay for me and Laura to go someplace better." I'd ask where in the waste she'd even go. The response was always the same. The best settlement I could find. That Laura deserved no less.
What happened to the settlement?
By this point, Sanford was in rough shape, at least compared to what it used to be. Most of the traders had moved on to more prosperous towns, and with the lack of clean water, a lot of the surrounding farmland had gone dry or barren. The weather changed too. We now get cyclones all the time. What's worse, the high winds would whip up all the dry dirt from all the dead farmland. Personally, I got used to all the changes, but Caitlin, not so much.
What did she do?
In the end, I think she just got tired of me always blowing her off. She decided to find a better settlement for our daughter with or without my blessing. That's when Caitlin left Sanford, taking Laura with her. As soon as I found out, I chased after them. It took months, but I tracked them to the Commonwealth. Didn't take long for me to find a lead to their whereabouts. Turns out they stayed in Diamond City for a while, in the Dugout Inn. But by the time I arrived, they already moved on. Apparently, even the Great Green Jewel didn't meet Caitlin's standards. After that trail went cold. I couldn't get no trace of where they'd gone. But I know they're still out there. They have to be.
What did you do?
I figured, since I couldn't find Laura, then I'd help establish the best damn settlements the Commonwealth has ever seen. I'd create the perfect settlement that Caitlin was looking for, and by doing so, I'd make her bring Laura to me. That's how I ended up discovering ASAMs, and why I started giving them out to people. And then I met you, and well, you know the rest. So, now you know why I've been doing all this, why it's so important to me, and why I'm so thankful for everything you've done and continue to do.
I had no idea.
I hope knowing my motivations hasn't changed your view of me too much. Anyway, now that we have the Comm Array and the HQ, we truly have the means to create some of the greatest settlements in the Commonwealth. It's still going to take some work, mind you. We'll really need to push the HQ to its full potential. However, I've got a number of upgrades and improvements in mind that I think will do the trick.
What sort of upgrades are we talking about?
For starters, the HQ's power generators. They're a little temperamental. We can improve that. Also, we should get all the terminals here networked again. That would definitely help our productivity. I'll do everything I can to make all this work, but I can't do it alone. I'm going to need your help, and the help of everyone in HQ as well.
We'll take care of the Commonwealth together.
Thank you. I really mean that. Oh, before I forget, I set aside a little place for you here. A home away from home, as it were. You should go check it out. Here's the key to unlock the door.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
You're welcome. It really is the least I could do for you, but I hope you like it. All right, we both got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Let's rebuild the Commonwealth.
Oh, hello.
Hey there.
You okay there?
What is this?
It's a rebreather. It'll stop rats from getting into your lungs. Lets you breathe underwater, too.
Why are you giving this to me?
Because you're my friend, and because you can make good use of it. I don't do much diving into large bodies of water these days. However, you, on the other hand.
It's a thoughtful gift. Thank you.
That rebreather's got a lot of sentimental value. but I trust that you'll look after it. I hope it serves you well.
Never mind.